Hello and welcome to another DayZ loot run video. Now this one's a bit different. You might have guessed already where we are, so I'm not doing A to B today and how I like to go there. We've gone straight in to the Lukow static gas zone, and not just any Livonia server, Cult of Livonia, BWAD 99. As I've said to you in the past, if you're not showing him love already on YouTube, please do so. Tell him Codfather of Soul sent you across. Get a sub and show him some love. But I did it on a hardcore server because I've done this loot run maybe 4 or 5 times on official vanilla servers, and I thought I'll give myself a challenge, do it on a hardcore server. It took me about 6 or 7 hours to find the full NBC and a few full filters. Five or six I brought in with me. And all I've done so far, because I'll be completely honest with you, I forgot to press start recording when I entered from that direction. I came through the trees and I went straight into that hangar over there. I'll tell you what we found so far. We found a worn M16 with no magazine, but still, you're not going to find, apparently, what BWAD 99 has said is he doesn't want automatic weapons to spawn in the usual military areas. He only wants them to spawn in the gas zones. So you've got the Lukow Airfield where we are, and you've got Rudanin further south, or Radanin, whatever you want to call it. And you've also got the bunker. Now, another reason for me coming here is I wanted to see if I could get myself a punch card. But so far, so good. We've got ourselves an M16. We saw there was nothing across on that silo. And because the gas only goes so high, I thought it would be a nice place to take a breather and start the video afresh. And so you've only missed me searching that large brick hangar you can see over my shoulder, and the garages, and that building there. So you haven't missed a lot. But I thought it'd just be something different. If you're new to DayZ, perhaps you haven't been able to get a full NBC outfit yet. Perhaps that's something you're working towards. And if you play Livonia and you do manage to get yourself full NBC, then this is probably the easiest gas zone to hit first. Radunin is pretty big and will take you quite a few gas filters to get around. This place is not huge. 20 minutes and you should be in and out. We've got an M16. I've got a 30 round M16 magazine back at the base and some 5.56, so this would be a pretty good find. If we could get a punch card, go into the bunker armed with an M16, I'd feel a lot better if I run into any other players in the bunker itself. A couple of other bits and pieces this side of the airfield. So far, the loot, apart from that M16 and a box of 5.56 to go with it, the loot seems even more dialed down than it would do on an official gas zone. And this is a hardcore server, Cult of Livonia. So it's no surprise that I'm not coming across M4s or VSDs. Bit of 5.45. A tanker helmet, no thanks. I don't think I actually did. There's a few Zeds over there. And the only Zeds that you'll see are the ones wearing gas masks for obvious reasons when you're in a static gas zone. And they have a chance, if you kill them, of dropping a filter. Look how my character's starting to breathe now. Breathing real heavy. So you know your gas is on its way out. Okay, so we've searched this. The next area I always search is across the airfield. We'll go past these bodies. Give these boys a wide berth. I've never found anything spawns on that radar, sorry. I check these just in case they've dropped a can of bacon or tuna. Or maybe some ammo. I don't even know if they spawn things, to be honest with you. But you will just start to make out another double sandbag. I think there's a military tent over here. What's our mask looking like? I want to get it right down to the end before I put that little bit of a filter on in replacement. And then we want to go back across pretty much diagonal with that radar. Let's see if we can get something to go along with our M16. If we only come out of this with an M16, I'll take that as a win. Because like I say, you can only find them on this server in the static gas zones or in the bunker itself. Doesn't seem to be any Zeds this side. Got some jungle boots. So I'm going to take them with me because our other boots that we left back at the stash with our civilian clothing, our other boots are on their way out. So I'm certainly going to take these new ones for the journey back to base. Again, not a lot of loot. This is what you get with a hardcore server though. And if you apply the same loot run, the sort of clockwise loot run that I'm doing, if you apply the same way to a vanilla or official server, you might get a bit more lucky than what I'm getting so far. I've only been here twice since they put the bunker in, and on both occasions I found a punch card. But so far, no joy. Let's head across. Just aim towards the big hangar. Keeping an eye on our gas. We've still got 4 full ones. And I'm keeping this empty one because at a later date I might want to do Radunin. And I can always refill these gas masks with carbon tablets you can find in the medical centres. If we were getting really desperate for gas, I would go across and kill those Zeds in the hope that they would drop me some more filters, but we're not in a desperate situation at the moment. Do you know what? Because we're doing it, because we haven't found much so far, I'm going to go up here. Okay. Punch card? Punch card? No. And as always, nothing there. Be a little bit careful coming down the ramp. We don't want to fall off and break our leg. Let's give those a wide berth and let's head over to this lot. A few tents, few containers, sandbag. There's an ATC camo type building there. You can just see it's being made out through the gas. And on the way back out, we are going to leave behind that building the way I came in. There's a couple of sheds we can hit on the way out, but I'm not worried about that just yet. I want to go straight for the good stuff. Let's get the MK2 out, because I expect to see quite a few Zeds this side, what I normally do anyway. If we can fight them with the brassies, great. Let's make sure no real evil person has put any landmines or bear traps here. I wouldn't put it past the people who play on Cult. Bit of 545, but again, it's nothing to write home about so far, apart from the M16, of course. Oh, another box of 556 for the M16. So at least we're picking up plenty of ammo for the gun when we get back to base and get it fully loaded up. Without a punch card, my only other option might be to, at a later date, go down towards the bunker, hope by coincidence to see people who are on their way to the bunker. Maybe we can, take the... Oh, sweet Jesus. We have an M4. Alright, I take everything back I just said about the loot being pants. We've now got an M16 and an M4. So, even if we don't get our punch card, just those 2 weapons alone have now made it well worth coming into this static zone. Bit more 45, although we're not packing a 45 gun these days. Just going to pick it up because we're here. An M4 and an M16, eh? What's this? M4 buttstock. What's the condition of our one? Oh, see, badly damaged. So we'll definitely swap that out. Another container. Obviously the M4 takes 556 as well. Oh shit. Didn't even hear him scream or anything. What? not the best shots. He's going away from it though, look at him. He's chasing the bullet rather than the place that it come from, which is something I think DayZ needs to look at. Surely you've got to go for the initial sound of the shot rather than chase the snapping bullet that's going past your head. But whatever. There's a shed over there. We'll check it on the way out because that's the way we're going anyway, like I said. The filter's not even half yet, so we're okay, we're okay. Let's not be blasé. Let's not get too excited that we found an M4 and an M16. This could all end horrifically. If I were to die, I wouldn't be taking anything back to my base then, would I? Oh my god. He's not holding his breath very well with the mask on, which is understandable. Come on, give me a punch card over here. I can hear a Z. In here? Or in one of them? Bloody smoke bomb. Smoke grenade thing. He's behind this garage, he is. Oh, there's a barracks there as well. Jesus. Creeping around. Oh, look at that. Big rucksack on him. If we needed to carry more stuff, say we found a couple more guns, could pick that up and just carry it in our hands. Drop it if we needed to fight the Zeds, you know? Let me get this revolver out, just in case someone is camping these buildings. Is that a Z on top of the roof? Wow, the flies. Three 9x39. We haven't got a 9x39 weapon, but we'll take it. Look at this. Machine gun, which is in bad condition. I almost want a triple carry at the minute. I don't think I've actually got any AK mags back at the ranch. What I'll do is I'll carry the weapon that I've got ammo for, which is the Pioneer. Because if I need to pop, 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 then at least we can fire something at someone, you know? I might end up ditching that AK though. We'll have to see. There's a cup. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, let's not get greedy. Hello. How you doing? Just come to say, wow, you're a bit of a tank, son. Oh no. Jesus Christ, man. Obviously, be careful. You don't take unnecessary damage by running out of gas while you're busy. Still reminiscing about that time you found your M4 and M16. Almost a schoolboy error there. Smoke grenade, no use to me. Nothing. We're nearly, I want to say nearly done. Not entirely, but nearly done. The backpack we don't need. Switch back out to the MK. More of that ammunition that we don't really need, but we'll take anyway. Look at this, man. Another M16. Worn again. No point taking 2 M16s. Got an M16 and M4 already. Not greedy. We're reasonable people. USG mag, not a fan of the USG, I've got to be honest. Oh, look at that, a better condition baby AK. Oh, and a box of 308, okay. Coming through here. Always check under here, nothing. Got some more tents, some more containers. Look at this. More 308. Another baby AK. Just check in here. Cargo pants with a flashlight, a blowtorch. More 308. If we end up getting a Tundra down the line, we're going to be set for ammunition. Or a FAL. Camo netting, and then when you get here, pretty much at the end, ATOG scope, I've already got one of them on my Pioneer. Does that fit on an M4? I don't think it does it? No. Alright. Sometimes you get shit spawning on these crates. No. Back over here, a ballistic helmet, but it's the blue one. Not a fan of the UN helmet. Oh. Why not? Like I say, we don't use that ammo, but we'll pick it up. Got the last sort of compass. The last camo area. Oh, I'll take that. I've got an MP5. Back at the base, so to have another spare 15 round mag for it, you never know. And now there's a couple of sheds we haven't hit. Keep an eye on the gas mask. Half full, plus we're carrying another 2 full ones. Did I hit this side of the sheds? No, another compass. Nothing in there. And then I think there are a couple of sheds on the way out. And then I'll show you where I stashed my stuff in the bush. Because it's a pretty quick entrance into the airfield. You're pretty much opposite. Where are you opposite? What the hell? Oh, I was going to say, where did he come from? You're opposite Gliniska, pretty much. I've never seen that before. As I said, either spawn in or just, wander from the woods? Save our brass knuckles on that dude. Oh my god, we actually got a shot off there in time. Where have these guys come from? Weren't you on the way in? Bit of a filter there. There was another shed I wanted to check. It's over here on the way out. But yeah, as you can see, once you're past that big brick building, you've got all these tents here, the bits and pieces back there by the ATC jail camo thing. I didn't actually check on top of the ATC. I didn't check the ATC at all. I went straight past it and straight to the jail. Now the only reason I want to do that is imagine I've walked away from a punch card. Well, that's a rookie mistake, isn't it? What did I do? Walk through here, hit the garages. Just completely ignored this area by here. Okay. Alright. We're all human. Smoke grenades for days. We've got enough gas, so let's check the ATC. Imagine we find a punch card here and I nearly walked out without checking it. Jungle boots. Awesome. Just make sure nothing's spawned on the balcony. But yeah, guys, no punch card. Let's technically, I suppose something could spawn on the roof of that, but I think we just got to take our wins and get out of here. Go back to our stash. I'll show you where I tend to leave my stuff, and we'll assess what we come out with. Bearing in mind this is a hardcore Livonia server. And if you do it clockwise, like I said, you'll come in through the woods. I'll show you where I come in from in just a second. I tend to check that, all the medical tents that are in that building, a couple of crates, containers, and then when I exit the hangar, turn left, and then just do the whole airfield in a clockwise motion. But as you can see, there's very little in the middle. There's just a little bit over that side. Most of it is down here, this side of the airfield. So if you only had limited gas filters, you could come in and just hit all that over there, and you might still come out with an M16 or an M4. Check this shed back here, and we're going to leave behind this building. What have we got? A bit of netting, a blade, a bit more .45. Okay. So if you make sure you're behind this building, and then you just walk away from the airfield, start walking towards the open field, the fence, just keep scanning, and you'll find a break in the fence. And you want to be in front of this tree line. Okay? And a good way of remembering where you've left your stuff is try and leave it in the bush that is closest to where the gas starts, if that makes sense. So we're out now, okay? If I take my gas mask off, I'm not going to choke. There you go. Found my stuff. So, let me take all my MBC gear off and put my civvies back on. See, those jungle boots are damaged, so I can put these ones on now that are better. My actual gloves, my balaclava. A lot of this stuff I obviously brought with me. But what I want to do is I want to be a little bit organised. We might have to leave the M16 in the field back. M4. We've come out with an M4. It's worn. Full auto, semi-auto. The handguard's worn. We picked up a worn buttstock. And the carry handle sights are worn as well. We also come out with this bad boy, M16, which I know we've got magazines for back at the base. Personally, it's my favourite weapon. I haven't had an M4 a lot, so I've got to be careful to say I don't like the M4. It's difficult for me to judge it. Do you know what? I'm going to leave these ones. If we do another loot run, we'll just look for new filters. I need the space in the backpack. Obviously, we're going to keep the MBC for another day. if we take all our equipment our sundry items, if you like, we load that back up. But I can safely say, coming out of there with an M4 and an M16 on a server where you can only get such items in gas zones or in the bunker itself, I gotta say that's a win. If we're wandering around with an M4 or even an M16, we're not going to be coming up against many people who can rival that for firepower. We'd have to be really unlucky. Well, while I load the rest of this into my inventory and make my way back to base, I hope that has been of some use to you. If you're new to DayZ in particular and you fancy doing a Livonia gas static zone loot run, I hope seeing that was giving you an insight into what you might face when you finally get your full MBC. So you need about 5 or 6 full filters, in my opinion. If you don't want to be sprinting around, you want to be taking your time looting. And like me, you could come out of it with an M4 and an M16, and you're going to be a force to reckon with going forward. So as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.